Making food?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick recipe. Okay.
Got these for some reason. Oh, glasses. Yes.
You want anything to eat?
Yeah, just let me just finish this. I'm trying to get all my bills done before I leave. I want to get this stuff away.
Well, I didn't say I was making you anything. I just
I'm
wanted to know
supposed to know
what's up.
I got it.
You know, I have cutting boards for that, my dear heart.
Yeah, here's one. You know, they're actually as stone as as solid as it is. It still absorbs.
You want a big bowl?
Think-
Bigger bowl?
I think
Here.
this is good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got this.
So am I ruining your countertop by doing this? Maybe?
Well, I don't know about ruining it, but yeah, you're not helping it.
You're not doing it any favors.
No, you're not doing it.
I don't think I need this, to be honest.
You sure?
Let me see.
I thought, because you're going to put these in, right? Or are you going to eat them like this?
Those, I'm gonna freeze them and then rub them under my eyes. Apparently it's good for the skin. Did you see
You
that?
got anything for the butter, the testicles? Because mine bothering me.
Yeah, you gotta hire somebody to rub.
Hire somebody.
You know,
Nobody touches
Elisa,
that
our
one.
Weight Watchers leader today, said that when she started doing, she's been doing Pilates, and
Yeah.
she's an inch, with all the stretching, she's an inch
No
taller.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I was going to yell out, do they have penile Pilates? But I refrained. See, that's how I know I'm growing
You know,
up.
no. You should have said that. That would have been a guess.
I know. I know. But
That would have been fun. That would have been good. I don't know what this means. This came with the eyeglasses that.
Penile
wear
Pilates.
glasses and see the beautiful
You might be onto
pattern.
something there.
Well, yes, put the glasses on that I got you, right? That's what
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's for the glasses. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you might be onto something there.
Thank God you were home yesterday when I called Daddy's phone.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine what you were running out for. And then it dawned on me.
Yeah, I thought you were calling. Yeah, I thought you guys were in the car, and you were calling his phone to find out where it was. And so I was gonna run. I expected you guys to be in the driveway, in the car, and then I saw you.
Oh, okay.
Imagine.
Yeah, you can see it. Do you see this? You want to see?
What is it? 3D?
I got Daddy these glasses because Franny said Joe Alongi wears them at night, and he's
The problem is that they don't protect you from the glare.
what? Try it.
All right.
Bring him down the Florida. Am I interrupting your
Yeah.
thing there?
No. Somebody said you're funny. Penile Pilates. LOL. What am I doing with this?
Put them on your glasses. Put them and just look at this.
All right. Test. Wear glasses to see the beautiful pattern.
See the cause?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's supposed to indicate that they're good for people who are at night, who have difficulty seeing at night when
Oh,
they're driving. So
night
that's what
glasses.
the glasses, night glasses, exactly.
Sweet.
Yes. Wonders never cease.
I like the thing. What is it? It was something where it's like it's on the license plate and it stops it from being able to be taken a picture
Recorded.
of.
Yes, I know that. It's illegal. And if they catch you, there's a heavy fine.
And then there was another one for a motorcycle where you reach back and you flip the motor. It's got like a magnet on it, and you go like this, and it flips the license plate up into the seat.
They've had those recorded in movies. The James Bond movies. They had it. There was a switch.
Mm.
And years ago they had them with a cable to the front where you were driving. Had a cable. You pull the cable and the thing it switched the plates. That's nothing new.
I want to become a vigilante and take a gun to these a paintball gun to these red light cameras.
Well,
Shoot the lens
you got to remember something.
That's a good idea.
with paint. With paint, so you're not
They'll
destroying.
come after you with a vengeance. You know why? Because they're money makers. They weren't instituted. Well, at least the potential was to prevent accidents by catching people who were running the red lights.
Yeah.
But they found out, or maybe they engineered it so it's a big money maker.
Yeah.
It was $150. Maybe they raised it, but $150. You ran a red light,
Yeah.
and you couldn't contest it.
Yeah. There's no
You couldn't
accuser.
say things like, "I want to confront my accuser,"
Yeah.
which is a basis of the American judicial system.
Yeah. Well, some
I
people.
want to talk to the person who saw me go through the red light. They don't care. They don't do that. This is a machine. We see you on the video, and you can't contradict what the magistrate says when he finds you. So people just say, "Okay," they just pay it.
Yeah.
But they found out that the places where they thought there was a lot of accidents, when they put these things in, after a short while, the accidents ended. No more accidents. So they weren't making any more money because nobody was going through the red lights. So they
Wow.
moved them.
Really?
They moved them 1 or 2 lights down the road
Oh my God.
where there were no accidents, but the people weren't aware
Wow.
that they had moved. So they got a little,
Myth.
a little more easy with their red lights,
Wow.
and then they started to make money again, and then they move them again.
Wow.
Very prevalent in Manhattan.
It's the proof right there.
Yeah,
That it's for money. It's not for safety.
it's for money. Exactly, right.
That's crazy.
Initially, it was bad because people were jamming on their brakes. After they got burnt once or twice, they jammed on their brakes, and the guy in the back would plow into them. And there were accidents and injuries and heavy damage to the cars. I don't care. People who are running our country are, at best, thieves, and at worst, dictators.
That's always my built-in excuse whenever I think I'm gonna get pulled over for blowing the light. I say I didn't want to jam on the brakes and cause an accident.
Well, now everybody who runs these programs knows what you're up to, so you don't have that excuse anymore, because everybody's listening to what we're saying on our cell phones and our computers.
That's a good
Everybody
point.
knows.
Good point.
Okay.
Thought police.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is gonna come over.
Minority Report, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that movie was about?
Yeah,
Something like that?
They lock you up and threw you in a cryo prison because they thought that was going to happen.
I don't know. I kind of am a fan because
A fan of what?
Tom
Cryo
Cruise.
prison? Tom Cruise, yeah, he is.
Because they have
He's a very entertaining guy.
they have a stance against the pharmaceutical companies with the drugs and stuff.
Christian Scientists?
Yeah, the Scientologists.
Didn't you have a boy in your class that was like that?
Robert Springer was a Jehovah's Witness,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're really messed up.
and he was
I dealt with him.
anti-vax,
Okay.
Well, that's a good thing.
which I respect.
Nobody's 100% wrong. All
But
the
they also get flack because they're against all medical treatments.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people have died because of that. They don't take transfusions. I remember reading a story about a young girl here in Queens, I think it was. There was a lawsuit and everything, and Jehovah's Witnesses won it.
They won?
Yeah, they won and they didn't give the transfusions to the girl, and she died.
Oh.
I'm looking for something.
Well, up until 2019,
Something to put on
there was
Yeah, yeah.
religious exemption
Yeah, we could do that. And what about?
in New York State, but they got rid of that. Commie bastards voted against it.
peppers.
Pepper and what do you call it? Not cucumber, the other one.
Zucchini?
Zucchini. One there. Yeah, give me that. Wait.
Take it.
Alright. Where's my knife?
Alright, it's gonna be loud for about 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The loudness.
I'm sorry for existing. Sorry for getting you guys to buy the very best kitchen tool in existence. And then borrowing it for 5 years. It's not too loud, that's what it does.
No, I'm not loud. I'm talking about fast. You know what I mean? Fast?
It's built to do that.
It's built to. Okay. No smoke. Have you smoked this thing yet?
Ooh, spicy.
Have you smoked it? Have you smoked the engine?
When it's running high, it doesn't smoke. When it smokes is when it runs low.
Really?
Yes, when it's running high, that means it's smooth. When it runs low, that means it's working too hard. It can't get to that speed. It has tremendous horsepower for a thing. I don't know what's the deal with you guys and loud noises.
We're normal. That's why. We're normal. That's why we like normal. How many people like loud noises? Tell me.
You
have a
sure
whole-
like car engines?
My car engine isn't loud as that.
Okay.
We have mufflers on our engine. You heard of them?
Okay. We'll call it Vitamix car is the next invention. Vitamix motors. It's a healthy engine. It's like when people put a frying egg on their car.
Have you ever seen that? I grew up with that. We used to have it in the newspapers. July and August, they would have a Boy Scout group go down to 34th or 42nd Street and fry an egg on the hood of a car.
Oh, for real? It's not
Yeah,
an actual thing?
way before they had this global warming scare. I remember driving off the Williamsburg Bridge to Delancey Street and seeing the air, the wave, the heat wave coming off the road, coming down into Delancey.
I saw something yesterday. These guys in prison coming up with different methods to cook in their cell. One of them was putting the egg in the casing of the light bulb, the plastic thing that goes around the light bulb.
Yeah. Doesn't matter where the heat comes from, as long as it's heat, as long as it's hot. I know they had, I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was oh, I know. Walton Brown. He's a chef.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah,
He's the test kitchen.
Yeah. And very famous. And he was a biker.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy looks kind of like a nerd.
Yeah, he was a biker. And he was cooking food on his engine. He had a special contraption, put the food in it, and at the end of the ride it was done.
Oh.
I think it was meat. I'm not sure. But, it was done.
He's also an award-winning cinematographer.
No.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
For what?
The movie industry.
Alton Brown. What awards? The New Hyde Park Chamber of Commerce?
No, look him up.
Grammys. Not Grammys, Oscars and stuff.
I don't know if he got an Oscar, but he was, and then he left it because he loved to cook. And he's a scientist.
Yeah, he was, very good. And what's great about it, those shows, I'd like to see them again, was so informative. He would get into the nitty gritty of how this started, this and
Showing the
that.
molecules.
Yeah, he goes really, really into it. And that's why he was a great cook. Because he was a chemist and everything else that went with it. Cooking is chemistry. No.
He is a TV personality, food show presenter, food scientist, author, voice actor, and cinematographer.
New contributor to the chat by the name of Follower of Christ says,
Wow, all right.
says Jesus Christ loves you.
I feel
Thank
so
you.
much better.
And I love him.
Back at you, Jesus.
Jesus Christ saved the world more ways than one.
Alton Brown got his start in television as the cinematographer for music videos,
Okay.
including The One I Love by REM.
This one goes out to Alton Brown. This one goes out to the videos he left behind for food.
Surprised you haven't been picked up by a
Hey.
recording company.
He's the guy that had that collection of mixes, right?
He has a collection of a number of things.
Yes, but his mixes were beautiful. What they were? They were.
Art Deco. He's got that. He's
Yes, I'll
got
take it.
toasters.
Yeah. Renaissance man.
You joke, Mom, but I'm about to be get a speaking part in a movie, and then
Who?
I'm gonna learn how to dance from you guys. I'll be a triple threat.
You're already a double threat, so the triple
What's
threat.
that? Farts and burps?
You know.
Farts and burps? What am I a double threat on?
Yeah.
Can I have my knife back?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I'm in here.
No, I'm contemplating something.
Contemplating your navel.
That's it.
What does this mean?
My grandmother used to say kisach, which means kisach. What? Like what? What's up?
What's doing?
What's up? What's doing? What are you doing?
Actually, we didn't speak like that because we were more high class.
Yeah, right.
We didn't come from the lower end of Sicily and Naples. We came from the higher end of the mountains of Sicily.
It's racist. It's racist of the white people against the black people.
You know, some other racism of short people versus taller people.
Your dad had blue eyes?
Yes, he did.
My father had blue eyes too.
No, that's what he said.
Colorado.
Dad-
Yeah.
Colorado.
Why is that?
Why is that? That's Aryan.
Because my father was the result of a couple of thousand years of invasion and oppression by different countries. 15 different nations, empires, whatever, invaded Sicily. There's a book I borrowed from Gregory Spano, and it was called La Storia. And it's the story of Sicily. And why you had my mother, who was 4 feet 11, brown hair, brown eyes, a saint actually, but you know, who lived in San Cataldo, Sicily, and 20 miles away, not lived, but she was, her ancestors from there. 20 miles away in Canacetti, Italy, my father's ancestors, and he was 6'1" with blue eyes and light brown hair. Because we were invaded by Germans. Well, initially it was the Etruscans actually, who were northern Italians, and the Greeks.
Etruscans, weren't they the native?
Well, they were nothing's really native when you really go down to it. You know, nobody's really. When you get back to the Etruscans were here after the original Sicilians, which were, who knows, Neanderthals, whatever. Anyway, the Etruscans, the Persians,
Yep.
tried to, and all sorts of other people. And then biggest invasion was with the Moors from,
Morocco.
yeah, well, but they were from Northern Africa. And they were there for 400 years. And they went up to Spain, the Moors, and they were there for like 800 years. That's where the story about El Cid comes from, because he was a warrior, a general of the queen and the king of Spain, Ferdinand and Isabella. Isabella's the one that gave Christopher Columbus money and ships to come to the New World.
Right.
But before that, they drove out the Moors. unified Spain and made it a world power.
Oh, El Cid worked for
Yeah.
Queen
He's
Isabella?
the one
or-
who did it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Ribbit.
He's a military aspect of it. Did you ever see the movie?
Which one?
El Cid?
Oh, no.
Charlton Heston, who played El Cid.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he also Spartacus? No, it was Michael
Spartacus
Douglas.
yeah,
Kirk Douglas.
I would have preferred all these movies to be more historical, but they had to sell tickets, so they made it Hollywood.
Spartacus.
Even what was he going with? Cleopatra and the Ten Commandments, which was, I mean, basically it was historical, but the people, they didn't look like they showed in the movie, you know.
Too whitewashed?
Well, first of all, they had no idea of cleanliness, you know.
No idea what?
Cleanliness. They died young because they had diseases and stuff. Most of the time, they caused it themselves.
Oh, hygiene.
Hygiene, yeah. They were brutal. No concept of freedom or compassion, which is what Christ brought to the world. He changed the thinking of the human race. For the most part. I mean, one of my favorite talk show radio guys, he's very popular, very famous, Dennis Prager.
Yep.
He fell and got hurt. He was not in the air for a while, but even he said, the best place for a Jew to live is in a Christian country.
Right.
And he didn't say this, but he says a true Christian country. It could be Christian country like, you know, and then people are not that Christian anymore. But a true Christian country is a safe and protective place for anybody, not just the Jews.
Yeah.
Because of their basic philosophy.
But is he saying that it doesn't exist? What's a true Christian country? America?
Well, he didn't say, I'm adding that. Yeah, well, at one point, of course it was a true Christian country. Which is why everybody who remembers it are upset about the stuff that's going on. You know, the immorality. I mean, how can you justify killing babies? 70 million babies in a country.
How could you justify it? I would say some form of legalese or.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's yeah, because it's not God's law. It's a human's law.
I like that guy Charlie Kirk. You like Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's smart too.
I like watching him.
He speaks of morality. That's good. Yeah.
He goes. He was talking to this lady, and he said,
Was she
Well-
was she a student?
"Yeah, just dude."
Yes.
And she had no answer. He said basically, if you don't believe in murder, why don't you just extend those rights to the child? Because she was like, "Are you basing this on your Christianity?" He said, "No, I'm basing it on common human decency."
Well, it's
Which
a lot of
does come
people
from.
argue about what is human decency. You know? What about the woman? She doesn't have a right. It's her body. No, it's not. A baby in the womb is not part of your body. It's a separate DNA completely. And that's where science blows off the excuse that these people use. At the moment of conception, it's a completely different human being. It's alive. It's got its own separate DNA. Say, well, it's not viable. Yeah, but there are a lot of people in this country who live their whole lives and they're not viable now. They have dementia.
Right.
They're sick. They're ill. You know, their body is failing them. You want to kill them? They do. They do. They do want to kill them.
Yeah. Or if they're 44 and still live with their parents.
Well, that's a crime. So that's
Oh my God.
you can execute somebody for that.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? You can't, and you know what? They'll poo-poo it. Pardon the expression. You know? What gets me is I don't understand this, you know. If you have a relatively normal baby in your womb, you know how expensive they are? You know how much you can sell that baby for $50,000. More now with the inflation. And because people are not, they can't have children, so for whatever reason.
I don't know, Pop. That's
They'll pay for your hospitalization. They'll pay for your doctors. And then you have the baby, and then you don't even have to look at it. It's adopted by these people, and that's it. What's wrong with that?
well,
And a lot of times,
you might be using too much logic for somebody who's
a lot
pregnant.
of times, these surrogate mothers, they don't give up the baby. I mean, contractually, now they have to pay the people back all the money they spent, but
Not to mention their broken heart.
yeah. They deliver the baby.
Emotional
see
damages,
the
is that what
baby,
you're
and
saying?
then they don't want to get rid of it. They don't want to live with it.
Mm.
So, there are people out there who are trying to stop this genocide and who want permission to talk to these people, and it's their right, talk to these people when they show up at abortion clinics. And the law has been trying for the last 50 years to stop them, because they know if they have a conversation with these people and suggest that they get an ultrasound, if you show a woman the baby in the womb through an ultrasound, they're not going to get an abortion. You see the baby in there, you know, as small as it is?
Yeah.
Women are maternal, you know. What's cooking there? Anything? I don't see anything cooking in there.
I think she just heated it up for you.
You just did?
She did.
Oh, she just did it. Okay.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
I don't make them like that anymore.
About 40% of the time.
Yeah. There's a sliding scale. There's a percentage from your mom, who was 100% a saint, and then to today's woman,
Right.
who's about 100% a demon or
Yeah.
completely devoid of morality.
Yeah.
As a general, not saying every
Yeah,
woman.
I know. You have some people that are sweet like that.
But mom was a product of the 60s. So she's like halfway there, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's all personality. She's got, everybody's got quirks.
She was, victim of consumerism after World War II, convincing people that they'd find happiness by shopping.
Well, that's something else.
Marketing.
It's going to be 40 tomorrow. Yes.
Is that warm?
40 degrees? Well, considering we were living in teens and 20s.
Okay, so warmer than now. Alright.
Older than mine. Well, not old. I remember when I was in Alaska, this story about stupid ass GIs. You know what happens when you touch a metal pipe, something metal, when it's really, really cold? You stick to it?
Yeah.
And this guy did it with his tongue, flagpole. And he had to stay out there until somebody came out with some hot water, whatever it was. Schmuck.
You sure that wasn't from a movie?
They probably did it in a movie afterwards, but I'm talking about 1964, 65.
So this is during Vietnam. You were stationed in
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah, well, I was one of the first people that got drafted when they started to beef up our presence there.
Good.
That was a really hot. I mean, it was bad. There were battles going on and stuff, you know, but not that much. It was kind of limited. But JFK was killed. He wouldn't have stayed. We wouldn't have stayed in it if it was him. He was killed, and then Johnson took over, and he decided, for whatever reason, that he wanted to have a bigger presence in there and defeat the communist threat.
Yeah.
And
That worked out.
yeah, we guys got drafted by hundreds of thousands. And I was 65. I was, because he was killed in 63. So a year and a half later, he started to really get the Congress to go along with it.
I'm at my parents' house, Jess.
Fucked up
New Park.
accident that happened in the Tonkin Bay of Tonkin or something like that.
Yeah, false flag.
It's fake.
Revealed to be a false flag to get it, just like
Yeah, that's right.
just like they knew that the Pearl Harbor was going to be attacked,
Yeah, that's right.
and they let it happen.
Lusitania for World War I. They had a reveal finally way after the war was over that half the ship was filled with munitions going to Europe. So the Germans said, "Yeah, fuck you. You're going to give our enemy weapons to kill us, you know." And half the people on the top, the rooms are filled with tourists, passengers, and the other half was loaded. That's why it went down. Torpedo, whatever it was, boom, the whole thing went up.
I didn't know the Lusitania was a passenger ship.
Yeah, it was a passenger ship. Yeah, New York Harbor, left New York Harbor.
Well, history is written by the winners.
Well, eventually the truth comes out.
Speaking of, I saw an interview with Stanley Kubrick,
Oh yeah.
He recorded it before.
2001 Space Odyssey, right? Did you do that?
He recorded it before he died, and he told the interviewer not to release it until after he died.
After he died? What was it about?
Him admitting that he was the director of the footage of the fake moon landing.
Look. Don't believe anything you see. Only half of what you see. And nothing what you hear, only half of what you see. There is no doubt, and evidence beyond human reason, no doubt that there was an actual moon landing. Nobody could have pulled that off. Fake it like that. I don't know why you have a tendency to believe this shit. It's lies. It's all lies. I don't know why they even promoting it. The people that went there lived a long time after they came back. Every single landing, they all came back. They weren't lying. They were telling the truth. Plus, we had the machines that came back and landed. We have the capsules and stuff, and the first and second stages that fell off the ship, off the rocket. Plus the thousands of people that worked on it in NASA.
And then the final straw was when he made that movie, Eyes Wide Shut.
I never saw it. What's it about?
Well, Tom Cruise finds his way into a party.
Is this in New York? Happened in New York?
Yeah, it's filmed on Long Island.
Okay.
And
What is it?
very spicy, you will like it.
Okay. No, I know, but I just want to know what it is.
You know, usual dino cheese, pumpkin seeds.
Oh, okay.
So supposedly, the movie actually had 22 minutes that were cut out post-mortem. And he refused to cut it out, and that's why they killed him. And it was about human trafficking.
Yeah. Who was involved in it?
The elites, you know, the upper class. Tom Cruise and his wife at the time, Nicole Kidman, you know.
They were involved in trafficking?
They're a couple in the movie.
I know, yeah. I heard.
And he joins this secret society.
Does the movie promote trafficking? Is that what this is about?
The movie is
It's not part of the script?
Is Kubrick, you know, he's a genius, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And he wrote the script to be centered around their relationship, but also tell the story of this secret society.
And the secret society did what?
They had these parties, sex parties.
Where they had young kids?
Yep. And
How young? What are you talking about?
at the end of the movie, Tom Cruise's own child is approached by two people that he had seen from the party, and this child was from 8 to 12 years old.
All right, so I'm not getting clear. It's not getting clear to me.
Mm-hmm.
They join a society. He joins society.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a proponent of the society, or he's not?
He's a wealthy doctor. He lives in New York City.
Does he become a member?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he likes little kids. Basically.
No. He gets invited by somebody. I saw it a couple times, but I don't remember the exact story. The guy gives him the password to get in.
All right, good. And they go to people's houses?
No, he goes to this party, It's in a super huge mansion on the
Okay, so
upper,
this, all right,
the North Shore of Long Island.
right, okay,
Everybody's wearing a mask.
right. Oh, okay. I see.
Everybody from the party goes into the central room where they're doing a ritual.
Right, okay.
They're chanting. They got this girl comes out naked with a collar on. And it's like a
She's
sex
an
ritual.
adult. She's an adult.
Yeah, it's like a sex ritual. But then, as the movie progresses, and Kubrick, in 2001 and 2010, his movies, there's a lot of like symbolism, occult symbolism. It's telling a story beneath the story.
Okay.
So, certain things are happening to Tom Cruise in this movie.
Well, because he rejects it?
No, he's in it.
Oh, he's in it?
He's like moving up the ranks, I guess. I don't know.
No, but he's involved in child pornography in that sense?
There's one scene where he goes to have his suit tailored, and they're speaking between him and the tailor. They're speaking, and they're having this subcommunication about the secret society.
Okay, right.
And the guy tests him by bringing out his daughter to see if Tom Cruise is interested. Like, brings her out and just.
How old was the daughter?
She's like, young teens, like 10
All right.
10 to 15 years old.
All right. So 12,
And
13,
then,
like that.
Tom Cruise doesn't do anything.
Right.
But then.
Although he didn't actually come out overtly and say, but he tempted him.
He tried to tempt him.
Okay, right.
And there's another thing where, like, because it's a sex cult, him and her are both having sex with people in the cult outside of their marriage.
Yeah, but they're adults.
Yes,
Adults.
but she ends up falling for the guy or something.
Okay,
and
all right, yeah.
so this is like that story. But then at the end, and you don't get the full picture because, like I said, there was 22 minutes that were cut and deleted and never saw the light of day.
It's just.
This is the lore of the movie.
Yeah, okay.
The lore of the movie, because
But it didn't come out in the movie, or if
no, it's not in the movie, and nobody knows what it is. But the speculation is that the 22 minutes was one scene later in the movie where they go to a sex party and they go to a back room and there's kids. And
in the movie.
And the producer, yes, and the producer told Stanley Kubrick, "You got to get rid of this." It was somebody who was like in the room listening to Stanley Kubrick at the time. They're saying, "Oh, he was getting yelled at."
All right, so it's.
And he said, "No, I'm not going to do it."
You use a word there that kind of negates what you're saying.
Yeah.
Speculation.
Mm-hmm.
You use that word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be clear and correct in the position that you take on a certain topic. You got to make sure you have some proof.
Yes, my dad.
Here's my pizza.
And these are who's these people?
Huh?
Who's these two people again? Mom's, dad's parents? Or are these on your side?
My mother's grandparents.
Your mother's
I mean,
grandparents?
Your mother's grandparents.
Okay.
It's probably.
They look like they're related.
Well, when you come out of the same town, everybody looks. I remember seeing a picture in what's the name of that bakery? Monreal.
Uh-huh.
Very good bakery in Franklin Square.
Okay.
Got to know the owners pretty good. And there's a picture on the wall of a soccer team. And they all look like twins. Same shaped face, same eyebrows and stuff. There's some, mild, minor differences, but they all look like they were one family. Mm-hmm. I said, "Oh, it's the team." I said, "Are they all related?" She says, "No, they're just from the town." Because when you were in a small town, not modern day, but in old days, but back 100, 150, 125 years ago, up until they say in the World War II, like that. Nobody married outside their town.
Yeah.
Especially if you were isolated. And this town, Monreal, is not that far away from the biggest city in Sicily, which is Palermo. But everything like, and especially in some of these mountain towns. You know, you spend your whole life there. One I remember there was studying a town in northern Italy, a mountain town in northern Italy. I don't know if it's abandoned yet, but everybody in the town, it was like they were resistant to any disease related to the heart. There was no heart disease,
Yeah.
no arterial sclerosis, no bad valves, no nothing like that. The heart was perfect, and they lived a long time, especially the men. And they studied it. You know what they found? Almost everybody in the town were related with the same DNA. And in the DNA that they had, there was a resistant or a protection against heart disease. Nobody got it. They died from other things, you know. But no, you know, no dementia, no heart disease, no what do they call it when
Diabetes? Arterial sclerosis?
yeah. When the artery enlarges, embolism, no embolisms, nothing like that. It was just clear. Anyway. All right.
I wonder how having generations of life in the mountains affects the DNA.
Well, you're assuming that it does. Why would it affect the DNA? I mean, they're testing people, and connecting them to people who lived thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Why would anything change? You can alter your personal DNA with trauma to you.
DNA changes.
Outside-
Look at dogs.
What do you mean, dogs? Why?
They came from wolves.
Yeah.
The
But
DNA is
still
different.
here.
we're talking about altering the DNA of people on their, in other words, you can alter your DNA by trauma and by submitting it to radiation, say, maybe this vaccine. But when you get a culture, when you get a nationality, it doesn't change. It disperses into the next generation. You know what I mean? And if you have a city, a town that is resistant to heart disease, if you go back far enough, you'll find a person, a couple of people who may have gotten that DNA from their forefathers, and they intermarried into the town and spread the DNA over the course of a couple of hundred years, maybe, and that's what happened. I mean, look, where do you get your good looks from? Look at me. So you're fortunate.
I'm gonna show the most handsome man. And here's the picture. You see the resemblance? Here he is at. Oh shoot. Where'd the picture go? Oh, here it is. Here he is at 17. It said we're twins.
What I don't care for is people saying you can change your DNA on your own, more or less, you know.
Well,
You can change your DNA. I mean, not yourself, but I mean your generations can change your DNA by mixing it with other people. That's how you change the DNA. Parents do that. New blood in the generation.
I believe that the environment dictates the expression of the DNA. And that these cultures that supposedly have healthy DNA, they really have a healthy environment that they grew up at, grew
Yeah,
at.
but they can study the DNA. They can study it.
This must be where I get my chef skills from.
Yeah.
Want a plate?
No, I want this. Where is it? There it is.
Is that cauliflower crust?
It's cauliflower crust, yes. Exactly what it is. Good for what else.
It's the reason why I'm so healthy, guys. My dad raised me as a vegetarian in a time when that was actually unheard of. There was like
It was
two vegetarians.
It was quackery. That's what they called it.
No, some people still call it quackery. Yeah. I had one guy saying this.
However, being a complete vegetarian or a vegan can cause some problems if you have a biological block to absorbing B12, which is a big problem with vegetarians. They don't get enough B12. And where do you get B12 from? Meat.
It's actually produced in healthy bacteria in the gut, and that's why meat eaters can still have B12 deficiency.
I'm gonna eat over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and Max is gonna put that name with me. Nice talking to you, Pop.
Can I sit in there and eat?
Let me go set this up. Let's just put this upstairs. I'll come back down. That's my dad, Heather. So when we get married, you know what you're gonna be waking up to for the next 20 years. He's a good dancer too. Got a lineup of old ladies waiting to dance with him when they go to the club. Looks great for his age, 1943. So how old is that? 80, he's gonna be 82 this year. 1943. Vegetarians have healthier brains because of the fats. The lack of cooked fats. What are we watching here?
Somebody
Cuisine.
feed Phil. Somebody, yeah.
Somebody feed Phil.
Yes.
That guy?
All over.
This guy? That's Phil? Why does he look familiar? Is he from somewhere else?
He's your real father. Got the time.
Wait, is he the guy that you were saying approved by
No,
what's
it's
it?
Bobby Parrish.
Oh, Bobby Parrish. Okay. Heather from Boston, Dad says you seem so sweet. And Jess from Sweden says you look great for your age.
Did you tell him I'm only 21?
Oh, what is this, vegan?
No, she's just, So,
You have to judgment. Yeah, I told you. Exactly. Come here. I mean, come on, this is beautiful.
So put that broccoli in one of them turkey wings, put that burger on top.
Wow.
You know you ain't gonna be no good when you leave there.
I came in no good.
Mm. He's gonna be in a food coma, is that what she's saying?
Oh wow. Go on there yourself, baby. Take it in, mix it in. Yes.
Oh, look at that. Don't
What is that, turkey?
turkey wing, yeah.
Oh my God. My Thanksgiving is a terrible now.
Nice teeth. Look at the teeth on that woman.
She said she came
Wow.
from Thailand
Where
also.
are we all?
Huh? She's not black?
She is, but for some reason, she was in Thailand for a little while.
Who lives there?
Florida. You guys gonna be there, Eatonville?
1887?
We won't be up that far.
Oh,
And
it's
it
on.
was established by free slaves. Came here looking for
No,
a
he was
better
just at the
place
Orlando
to live.
Space Center. Would you love to go up there
We
with
take a lot of pride here in Eatonville.
Yes.
What a
And
place.
Hey, Max.
everyone knows
Actually,
this
Max.
is Kim. On
I know, but I
Saturdays,
think Zach would
we can't
enjoy it
even
too.
get
I
in
think
here.
we would enjoy it.
If you don't get here by 10:30 to get in line.
Heather from Boston says, love the humor.
Inside, out to the sidewalk.
I'm good. It's Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
So tell me your story.
I'm from Thailand.
Yes.
I'm mixed. My father black, my mother Thai. My
Mm.
husband was in the Air Force. He brought me from Thailand.
Okay.
Wow, she
I went
talks
so many
Thai.
places, hospital,
Look at your accent.
home. I said one day I want my own restaurant.
Right.
And
Wow,
I can pray,
gorgeous.
pray, keep on praying. It took me 30 years.
So,
God bless her.
an American GI went to Thailand,
Can I tell you
was
something?
stationed in Thailand, met her,
Yes, sir.
married her, and brought her back to the States.
Yeah,
You are a testament to hard work,
Yes,
perseverance.
yes. You can do it. I'm doing it.
You're the proof.
Just hold on to the hand.
That's right.
Hold
Mm.
on to God's hand.
Mm.
Don't let go till he say let go.
What if I want
Amen.
a turkey wing?
I got you, honey. I got you.
she's adorable.
Eatonville, Florida.
He owns everybody.
Oh, you know him? He's from Pete Holmes.
At the,
He's very funny. He used to be with
We had so much fun and we had amazing
the
times.
Italian, the English
You're
comedian,
making me hungry.
Chubby guy.
Video with, Whitefish.
James something.
Oh,
James Crowder, James Crowder, James.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to eat this on camera? Sadly for you, this is the show. Did you know I'm in Orlando?
Very nice. Nice people. Good people.
I would feel better if
He's
you were
very
eating something
funny.
too. Do you have anything?
I have coffee. Look, I have a little cup of espresso.
Oh, that's cute. You're like a giant.
There's nothing in there. Come on.
Wait, I got that. I like to pretend that hotel stuff.
Yeah, so I was waiting for my son to jump on. We're gonna play this game here, and in the meantime, I got my dinner. This is the first room that I had. Where I'm sitting right now used to be bunk beds, and now it's empty, obviously, but this is where I'm sleeping. Slept here last night. I thought I was going to be in the Bronx today, but I was going to be in the Bronx yesterday. But Thomas told me that I didn't have to come, and it worked out because I had still like stuff to do. But we got 3 towels, 1 small towel, 2 beach towels, outfit, another outfit, sleeping outfit, bathing suit outfit. Heather, if we get together, one of these will be for you. It's a bandana with my logo on it. This one's a bit thick, but I think it would look good. And then I press the button and I say, you know, do this, beep. And you're my... What am I talking about? Oh my God. There's something wrong with me. Maybe. Different colors. Did I lose viewers on that? This is a sash. This is my Iron Man luchador mask. Underwear, workout clothes, red owl hat that I'm sewing. It's a big if, you know. I don't mind taking a chance, but you know, if I get burned, I get burned. If not, it'll be epic. We're taking a chance, you know. Everything happens for a reason. That's what I believe. Now, if anybody's been watching, I've been developing a workout program using a lopsided weight. Because the new gym I'm working at is called Ragnarok. And so you got the Thor's hammer thing, and I'm gonna develop a class format with the hammer. I also got 1 foot weight. This is like some bands and jump rope. I might try to find an MMA gym to visit like once a week. So I got like my mouthpiece. In here is my MMA gear, my knee pads, headgear. And then we got the guitar case, the music notes, and like medical stuff. There's an enema bag, the probiotic, my bathroom bag, some supplements, my water pick. What's happening in the Bronx? So I have a certification which you may recall. It's called Life Food Certified. It comes from Dr. David Jubb, and he had a restaurant slash outpatient clinic in New York City from, I don't know when it started, I would say early 90s to about 2010. That's where I became initially certified as a chef. And when I walked in those doors for the first time with my ex, there was a lady there named Iris Hurley. She was kind of like one of Jubb's assistants, and she was, you know, running the restaurant that day. And she's an amazing healer, and she lives in the Bronx with her son, Thomas, and his family, including his 6 kids. So Thomas is working as a kids athletic coach. I think he's a basketball coach. And he also has a clientele of Life Food customers who he guides in their healing journey. He's kettlebell certified. He has a 2-person sauna in his room, in one of the rooms there. And if you go back in the stream maybe a month or 2, you could see I was there for a few days when I was fasting for those 18 days. I have a bunch of things to give to him, including a sprouting rack, action figures for his son, and his other son is having a birthday, I think either tomorrow or Monday. So I'm stopping there on my way up, and I'll probably stay there for a few days to help out. You know, he's always saying how he wants me to come out and babysit so that he can spend time with his missus. And the food is going to be amazing. I'm going to try not to eat because, you know, it's their food. I've been trying to fast, but it's taken me a minute. Once I get into the swing of it, I can keep going. But it's that initial 24 to 48 hours to get the momentum. But when I'm fasting, I'm way more present for everybody else. And that's why, one of the major reasons why I'm doing this in preparation for my trip is so that I can just be dedicated to helping and not have to worry about my own selfish ass. The less needs I have, the more I can be present for other people, whoever it is. So, not to mention the health benefits that I'm really desperate for. As you can see, maybe you can see there's a crack in my lip here, split lip here, and that's correlating to the leaky gut condition. This game is called Helldivers. Just waiting for my son to hop on. He's eating dinner also, so. Hopefully we can jam. I'm gonna probably end the stream now. How did I find Job? I found Job. Through a myofascial and craniosacral practitioner who was also a Golden Gloves boxer and jiu-jitsu practitioner at Longos. And he gave me an audio tape of one of Jub's lectures. His name is Walter Blick. Okay. Walter White. What's up, Blue? I'm talking to somebody on my chat. I'm gonna end the stream though, guys. Has Doyle become a celebrity yet? If you want to see what Doyle's up to, go to @WeAreHospitalGate. We just figured out how to make all his videos public. They were private. But let's see. Boom. Boom. Do I have the right equipment? All right. What do you like, stamina or health, Blue? Stamina or health? Ka-ching. Hmm? Who is in Davos? What are you talking about? You play Mario? Nice. Which one? That's fun. Mario Party? Tell me you got Mario Party, Heather. Let's go, baby. Teamwork. Hmm. Hold that thought.